So welcome to this communication flipped classroom, where today we will talk about national and global communication. And it's based on chapter 6 in the Elliott book. And the first thing we will look at is how do you go out and decide which kind of brand you need. And I took this model here to show you how difficult it actually is to go and choose a brand. When you go out in the field, there's a lot of brands you can choose among, and you need a need before having or choosing a brand. And based on that need, you go and shop. And when you shop, you have a purchase, and out from this purchase or this product, you will have a great or not that great experience. If the experience is great, of course you will share it with your friends and inquire this one, go and shop again, purchase and so on. But if you have a negative experience of this, of course you will tell your friends, they will not go and buy, and you will not buy either yourself. So in this gray cloud we have up here with brand association, this is all the associations we got of the brand based on all the experience we have. And of course there is some risk every time you need to go and try or buy a new product or a new brand. And based on this risk, you can be happy and lucky that it is a great brand, or you can be, of course, unlucky and get not that good brand. So there will always be physical and psychology risks and terms when you go out there and buy. When you go and buy, there will always, again, be not only, as I told before, where you have risks, but you have to involve yourself and have a motivation when you go out and buy. And as the Maslow you have here, so in the bottom you have the physical needs, and in the top you have all the self-esteem, where you go and grow your personality and reflect about yourself. So it depends on which product you want to buy or which brand you need to sell. We always have a target group. Sometimes you need to use non-traditional medias to go out and brand yourself. Today it's very focused on social media. Maybe that is not the right media to use because your target group doesn't use it. So be very aware of which media to use in which brand you want to sell or in which situation. There's two types of messages when we are talking about branding. The first one is the long-term brand inquiry, where we really make a good strategy. We are putting a lot of effort into it, a lot of resources, not only human resources, but also money and time, of course. And the other one is immediately action, where we see here and now that the brand needs to go on the field. One media that is good of the second edition here is Facebook, for instance. That is a media where you can go out here and now and post something. But if we're talking more about a long term, that could be in a magazine or something greater, maybe a totally campaign where you put posters and so on buses. When you need to go out and make your brand aware on the market and sustainable, you need a strong brand, of course. And the only way you can do that is to go out and build a brand from the bottom. So you need to have, of course, a totally ongoing and going through identity, where you can see the red thread through the brand and the identity. And you can do that, as I told before, through communication strategies, building up awareness and brand attitude. So awareness is where people is aware of your brand, and the attitude is which kind of values you put into your brand. So be aware of brand awareness and brand attitude. So here we have all the different types of way that we can go out and brand ourselves through our products. It depends on the retail store, the atmosphere, what about the trucks that is going to deliver your product, and so on. You see it everywhere, and we really need to have the identity through it all. Television, that could be a media, radio, poster, magazines, newspapers, new medias, and so on. Always have all the alternative media in your head when you are planning and having a communication strategy. Or maybe you can surprise the target group by using something that they are not used to use. So maybe you will be first mover in the blue ocean. So marketing communication that is based on 5 different points here, topics. We have the strategy, the position, the brand attitude, the benefit, and the awareness. And those 5 here, they are important, because if you don't have a strategy, so where to go, you really don't know. You maybe post something on Facebook, you maybe put something together in InDesign, a poster, and put it out, but you don't have a strategy. And you really need a strategy to communicate a brand and make this brand sustainable. Positioning yourself, again, if you don't do that, if you don't differentiate yourself, you will just be a part of the red ocean. So you need to do something new so you can be in the blue ocean. Brand attitude, as I said before, this is all the values. This is how is your brand? What do you want to signalize through your brand? This is your attitude, and you need to figure your attitude out before going out and launching whatever you want to launch. Benefit. Do you have a benefit of launching your brand here? And benefit can be many things. That can be human resources, it can be time, maybe money. So does it benefit for you or not? And awareness, of course, again, brand attitude and brand awareness. So do you get any kind of awareness out of the branding that you're doing here? Or maybe when you're going out and making awareness, maybe you're lucky that the next brand or the next product you want to put out in the field are lucky you. In a good shape, because you already put something nice out of the field before. So now you have 2 products that you didn't put that much effort into the second one, because you already had the first one that was a success. So if we're looking at this model here, we have brand in the middle, and category need, we have that to the left, and benefit to the right. In the bottom, we have brand awareness and brand attitude. So again, brand awareness, brand attitude. So brand awareness, that is, what is it? So which kind of product do we work with here? Which kind of category do we work with here? Which kind of need? And when we figure that out, when we can answer this question, we can also find the brand awareness. On the right side over here, we have what does it offer? So we have a brand here, we have a product, a service. So what does it offer? What is the benefit? And if we know the benefit, we have the brand attitude. So this is how everything is going together from the brand. What is it? Category need, brand awareness. And on the other side, we have brand, benefit, brand attitude. So what does it offer? So this is how all the terms are put together. We have 4 types of steps to put ourselves out in the blue ocean instead of the red ocean when we're talking marketing communication. And the first step, that is to categorize the need for effective brand awareness. Step number 2 is to relate the brand to an overall benefit to build positive brand attitude. Step number 3, this is where you select a specific benefit in terms of its potential, the delivery, and the uniqueness of this brand. And step number 4, this is currently the focus upon the benefit relative to the appropriate motivation driving behavior in the category. So we have 4 steps here to become the greatest brand. And if you're following those 4 steps, you are 1 step closer to have a great brand. The brand awareness strategy. Again, we have the recognition of the brand awareness and the recall of brand awareness. So recognition is where the consumers are, they recognize your brand. The other one is where they recall your brand. So when people go down the street seeing a window with your brand, this is where they recognize your brand. But if we have 2 people talking together and some of them are maybe mentioning your brand, this is where you recall it. So again, we have 2 different things, recognition, brand awareness, and recall, brand awareness. Remember to part those 2 up, recognition and recall. So actually this was it for this flipped classroom lesson about brand awareness and brands all in all. So thank you for listening and have a nice day.